we doing? Good morning, family and friends, faculty and staff, and of course, all my brave brothers. First and foremost, let's clap it up for your 2022 St. John Bosco High School graduating class. We did it. My name is Joe Theisen, and before I get into my speech, I want to thank the Sangyals, my two aunts, my grandpa, and my mom for coming out to support me. I'm honored to be our commencement speaker, especially since my own brave journey didn't begin all that long ago. In the middle of my junior year, I moved from New Jersey to California and started virtually attending Bosco. I started physically coming to campus for the track team, and I instantly felt the love for my Bosco brothers, Cam O'Bannon and Jaden Smith, who are actually competing today. Not only did they welcome me to the school and the track team, but they were my first friends in California. Toward the end of the track season, I was talking to Jackson Harley about playing football. I thought about it and decided I didn't want to go off to college with the regret of never playing football at Bosco, which, by the way, is the best football program in the country. Jackson introduced me to Coach Stephen Lowe, and the next day I was out on the field doing summer workouts with the team. It was during these workouts when I discovered my favorite aspect of St. John Bosco, diversity. The school I started my high school career at was predominantly white and Asian, with a small Latino and Black population and absolutely zero Polynesian people. When I walked out onto the football field, I instantly felt a sense of brotherhood with those from so many different cultural backgrounds. It was like looking at an advertisement for a corporation that was trying to show off their diversity, except it was in real life. This was Don Bosco's oratory. I'm thrilled to have had the opportunity to learn, compete, and pray alongside students coming from so many different backgrounds and ethnicities. I love learning about different cultures, and that was something that was missing from not only my old school, but at many schools all across the country. As a social person, when I speak with and learn from people from all different walks of life, I know how to communicate and connect with a wider variety of people. Not only is this useful to me because it helps me cultivate my skills, but with the environment and education at St. John Bosco, there are going to be students that go on to be politicians, social workers, financial advisors, CEOs, and doctors. And because we've had the opportunity to be around different people, we treat everyone with care and respect, which can make a difference in this world. There are people that treat others differently solely based on the color of their skin, and this school does not create that type of person, which is something that we should all be incredibly proud to say. I want to give a big thank you to all of our teachers. Without them, we obviously wouldn't be here right now. These are people that have dedicated their careers to putting us on a path to success. At Bosco, we have such a wonderful faculty, not only for what they teach us in the classroom, but for what they teach us outside of it as well. I like to walk around to different groups in the schoolyard at lunch because I'm a guy who enjoys talking to everyone. And almost every single day, I see Mr. Cordero playing basketball with the students. I see Mr. Antonelli talking with them. Ms. Schnorr and Mr. Maciel are always patrolling the area, making sure students are compliant with the dress code. But at the same time, they joke around with us. When we're at Bosco, it doesn't feel like we're under a strict watch. Though we are held accountable, I still feel comfortable, which is something that I can only hope to have in college and eventually work in the future. You know, I wanted to keep this speech as general as possible so that everyone could relate, but it wouldn't feel right if I didn't shout out one specific lady, my mom. Mom, you have supported me from 18 years, and from coast to coast, you have been Wonder Woman. Every day I'm amazed at what you do, and today is not just for me as a student, but it's for you, and all the parents and guardians in the audience. Thanks, Mom. I also want to shout out the St. John Bosco senior running backs, Michael Hayes, Jabari Bates, and Rayshawn Speedy Luke. Throughout the summer and entire football season, we spent a ridiculous amount of time together lifting weights in the gym, learning plays in the classroom, and taking snaps on the field, where I personally got a nice welcome to Bosco football with Jarvis Satele hitting me right in the face with his shoulder pad on my first practice rep. Feeling the electricity in our Panish Family Stadium is something that is essential to the Brave experience. Whether you're cheering in the stands with BOSCO painted on your chest or catching a game-winning pass, there's no feeling that can match the energy at our games. I am truly thankful for everything the coaching staff and all the guys not only on the football team, but in the whole school have given me, a family that I will never forget. I think that remembrance is something to focus on. As we look forward and start our journey through life, each and every one of us can remember life as a Brave. We can remember sitting at lunch with our brothers. We can remember either playing on the field or cheering in the stands on Friday nights. We can remember dragging ourselves through the front doors 15 minutes late to school. Or is that just me? On a serious note, I think that the most important thing that we can remember is how it feels to be part of such a healthy community. Go off and actively use the skills that you have learned to make this world a better place. Advocate for diversity. Talk to people when you think they might be lonely. Care for others and do what is right. For as long as I can remember, I've been waking up at 6:45 a.m. and then again at 7 a.m. when my mom's coming into my room and yells at me for falling back asleep. Putting my backpack on, going to sit in a classroom with 20 to 30 other students, going to lunch with them, playing sports after school, hanging out in the locker rooms before a game. All these basic high school memories that I'm sure every single one of you in these chairs can relate to. And it's now coming to a close after 4 years. We may never all be together in the same place again, so look around and appreciate the people next to you. You know, as I was sitting in my room writing this speech, the fact that we're leaving still hadn't hit me. But I know that I'll miss these days like so many of our parents do. Be a joyful person and don't take things for granted. To each and every one of my Bosco brothers, I love you and congratulations on graduating the class of 2022. Thank you, everyone.